Well, on the positive side, this gives me enough time to lock down the chats. On another note entirely, has this channel been quiet the last few days? Feels like it. Haven't really been feeling like my big, usual giddy self. I'm wondering if that one is just me also. Alright, so, which thing's working here? Let me see here. Hello? Looks like it's working. You know, it's funny, I'll never actually know, that's the problem. Oh my god. Speak! Oh wait, there's no... the TV's muted. I have this small TV, and I muted it a while back. And then I never actually found the remote after a point, is the best way to put it. And, long story short, I don't know, where that went. So I have absolutely no idea where my remote is. I'm trying to reload everything and it's being stupid. We do have a chat, right? It says we do. But the YouTube page isn't loading it. So I'm like, don't know if it's working the way it's supposed to. Well, that's neither here nor there, I guess. I have another one of those days where I don't have much going on at the moment. So I figure we'll go over here and do our thing like a chicken wang. And we'll close that tab. Alright, are we... is it listen? Apparition, could you speak? Speak, please. La 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 la. Okay, it's working. I can hear it now. Sorry about that. It's like freezing. And I got this extremely volatile headache right now. My brain isn't processing things the way it should be. Because apparently when it gets really cold, you stop being able to think clearly. I'm not asking anyone to give a crap. I've given up on that. But I do... huh. Yeah, why not? Let's make Opera GX my default browser. Why not? That's interesting. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, we're going to play some Prison Simulator. Because this is my place of zen and peace to just roam around. And also, I can talk mad smack if I want to. Because it's a simulator game. A lot of nothing going on for periods of time. So, hi everybody. Welcome to the channel. What are we doing today? Cell block? This way then. A little bit jank there, it looks like. Actually I don't think it's that way. I think it's this way. Just leave the doors open at this point. I have been kind of just chilling. Not really doing a whole lot. It's not, I mean, I've been looking for work. And we've had this conversation a billion times. I've been looking for work. No one's hiring. Gosh darn it, I hate this country sometimes. It's okay, I was born here, I can say that. And finding work has been such a pain in the rear that it's like I spend more time looking for work than I actually do being productive. It's kind of messed up, actually. Alright, here we are. Let's, what is this? Oh, God. Give me a moment.
Hold if you don't can.
I'm telling you guys, it is like clockwork every single time, and oh my god. Who do I talk to? Talk to the guard. Which guard? What happened here? Found. It's funny because that was the rapist from the last episode. So someone killed the rapist, which is actually perfect. The same one who tried to escape? Indeed. He did say he wasn't safe. How could it have happened? What was the guard from the night shift? We don't know. No one saw him. We've got no contact with him. Alright. Should we call the police? What? But we are the police. No, one said we shouldn't call them yet. Okay, this game's not very immersive. We gotta search stuff on who it was this. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. I love searching things. Plus, I get to deal with the dead body. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, it's like clockwork at this point. Every time I start a stream, somebody has to interrupt. It's annoying too because like there was drugs. Of course, there were drugs. No one's looking at me. Are you up to something?
Oh, come on. Var är hin?
Yeah, fuck off. Alright. Deal's a deal. Yeah, every time I make a start a stream, every single time, there's like someone needs to call me, or some kind of glitch happens with the software, or something. It's always the same. If it's legal, I can take it. Okay. It's actually quite annoying because it's like every time. It's like the universe. It's like the universe is over here trying to piss me off, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't actually know, but like, guesstimation, right? Just fingering the ceiling, as per usual. Can't check that. Nothing here. Can't talk to him, and he's dead. See, if you read his thing, he participated in a ritual gang rape, and someone shanked him to death. You know, if you ask me, he got exactly what he deserved. I'm just ashamed I couldn't do it myself. I'm busy. I thought you wanted to. Any problems? Oh, more staff to take the body. How do we do that? We call them walkie-talkie?
Hold if you don't can.
Okay. Well.
Oh, come on. Var är hin?
You want me to search it twice?
You
got the cave now.
Oh, come on.
It says take. It doesn't say secure or anything, so I'm assuming that I'm supposed to take that. Thing's green now, it looks like. Should I finger the sink again?
Oh, if you don't can.
Piece of metal broken, made as part of a knife. Why was it in the bed? Like the guy was on the floor. Anything else? No. Should we have a shakedown of all cells, the whole prison? Edward Taylor, he was a close friend to our victim. Also crucial to talk to the guards who had to shift in the scared room. Maybe the cameras captured and they weren't damaged covered up. Don't forget about your duties. You think you'll get a bonus? Good one. So we're not getting a bonus for this. Where's Edward Taylor? I gotta go beat him up. Robert, Joshua, Charles, pedophile. I'm not even kidding. Look what he's in a crime of. And you tell me he's not? Oh wait, hold on. That reminds me. Today's beating! Alright. We spent the whole last episode doing that too. We got Kenneth. He's chill. Another Charles. Think you'll like it? What was it? I'm listening. Good man, so why don't we make a deal? You won't take my stuff, doesn't matter what it'll be. For how long? What percentage are we talking about? 5% from my daily income. What is that? 10% sounds better. 6%. 8? 8 it is. Why did I say 8? I should have said 9. What about this deal's conditions? Every day you get money, percent of what I make. Forever? You don't have to come to me, the cash will find you. But you mustn't compensate anything you find during the search. Doesn't matter if it's legal or not. Or if I take something. First time around, sure, blind, but once again, deal's off, you don't get any more money. Understood? Yeah, sure. So wish me luck. The more money I make, the more money you get. Cool. And he's just a drug dealer, so like I don't feel so bad about that. If it was this guy from over here, then I would feel terrible, because that would be like the one thing against my moral code. So this is Brian, Olaf. Apparently he supports Pakistan. We got Mason, who I just don't be nice to, and I don't really know why. Something about Mason. We got Christopher, Jim. Good morning, Jim. Anyway. Brian again. Jason. Hello, Mr. Voorhees. I like to bang the cages just to make sure they're awake. Sven. Oh. He was next door the whole time. Yo. Not in the mood. I want to talk to you about the rapist. What about him? He's dead. Fuck some fucking cocksucker. There's a lot of profanity in this. Often while he was sleeping. F him. Okay. My man didn't have the time to give back my share, which means cookies. Cookies are good for you, right? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about, actually. Do you know who could have killed him? Do you have any enemies? Like everyone in the prison, including me at this point. So I'm now a suspect. Who doesn't? Everyone here has enemies. Even their own gang. Okay. Can you tell me their names?
Oh, come on.
How much do you want? I don't want any money. Well, what did you ask for money for? My boy pushed days, you can cover his debt. Give me this joint, so I'll tell you what I know. Okay. Attentive guards. A red eye means they're extremely attentive. Okay. Hello, Mr. Donovan. Pleasant to see you this afternoon, sir. Oh, this is TiBBz right now. But hey, 89M, how you doing, man?
Oh, come on. Var är hin?
Came to Brian Deckard and Brian Johnson, so Brian and Brian. Okay, that makes it easy. Just skipping past all this.
Oh, come on. Var är hin?
So now we have to talk to Mario Nelson. I don't know who that is. There's Alexander Hayes, Matt Simmons. No, but how are you doing? It's not you. Let's go this way to this guard. Flint Eastwood. Or Westwood. Eastwood, Westwood, Hoosely County. Maybe it's you? I don't know where this guy would be. The Imperfect Crime. Gonna find Mario Nelson. Are you Mario? You're Sam. Search room, maybe? Maybe we should just go sit down and, like, just get free time and that'll help it out. What was I talking about earlier? I completely forgot. Something about something about something, and then something. Here we go. So, yeah, been looking for work, been looking for other stuff. Just been knee deep in this convo online about the you-know-who's Jews. It seems the Red Party is splintering severely. You know, I wanted to talk about that, but I didn't know if it was appropriate for the stream. And I've been tempted because I have noticed that myself, and I'm so happy. You see, it's not that I don't like Republicans. Remember, I am technically a conservative, and I share a lot of Republican views. I just don't like assholes. If someone's a punk-ass bitch, I have a problem with them. And I have noticed that ever since the death of Charlie Tunnelneck Kirk, which, by the way, I'm going to make fun of him till the day I die. Do you know why? Because Charlie Kirk not only was a complete asshole, and I have multiple videos of him talking that prove it, but also, why wouldn't I? All the right has ever done, and remember that I'm not really with either side if you think about it, but if I was with one of the sides, I would be with the right. Republican/conservative, right? So, who better to make fun of Charlie Kirk than me? Choosing prisoners. God dang it, I want to do this. No, I'm not saying it's okay what happened to. Of course not. We should be able to communicate as people and have a conversation or a dialogue, if you want to call it that, and have some sensible behavior along the way. We really should be able to. But yet, we don't have that in this world. In this world, people just act like douchebags, no matter what. And so, you know, I tend to... Sorry, Mason, I don't like you. What I'm trying to say is, it's not okay that what happened to him, but at the same time, if you act a certain way, you can't be surprised when things go horribly, horribly wrong. And Charlie Kirk was the kind of human being that spawned an entire generation of complete douchebags. And unfortunately, shit happens. When they do, you're going to find a whole bunch of people on the internet who are going to take this moment to make you feel like shit. Because that's what they do. Is that my goal? No. But I'm sick and tired of these same people who worshipped him like he was some kind of Jesus-made God. And then they wonder, if I have a reason to relish in their tears, why wouldn't I? I mean, technically they're my own people. Isn't that fucking weird, by the way, that's a thing? Well, maybe if they weren't such douchebags, I wouldn't have to do that to my own people. I mean, I talk shit about the left, too. Probably a lot more than the right, actually, but let's be honest here. That's because the left has a history of acting like psychopaths. They're not exempt from this, and I don't feel bad. So I'm going on Twitter the other day, right? And they're all like, Charlie Kirk was a god. He was Jesus. He was so amazing. Oh my god. Like they have Charlie Kirk's corpse worm-ridden dick halfway down their throat. And yet these are the same people that treat everyone else like crap and wonder why we didn't care about this guy. The amount of people calling out this stupidity is unfreaking real. It's like, damn. You people have an entire generational habit of treating people like shit, and then your biggest influencer is basically knocked off the face of the earth, and you're over here crying about it, wondering why people are so unfair to you. I've noticed that ever since Charlie Kirk died, everyone who's a Charlie Kirk fan became an irate scumbag piece of shit. If Charlie Kirk's entire following were irate scumbag pieces of shits. By the way, I looked up what the word bigot means, and I looked at the people who are upset about people trampling his signs. Look, I get it, liberal ecologists need to be checked. They do. Because some of it is a little bit questionable. But they stepped on a piece of cardboard that happened to have Charlie's face on it for Turning Point USA, who act like Charlie Kirk was this amazing guy. He wasn't. Charlie Kirk was a fucking asshole. And if you want my opinion, you treat people like shit, you get treated like shit. That's what that's what happened to him. That's why I don't really care. That's why I don't think anyone else should care. If you're an asshole to people, you get what you deserve. And yeah, unfortunately, people who are assholes get shot. That's just the truth of it. Like, it's been that way for God knows how long. Since at least the 70s. Probably a lot longer than that, actually. I cannot believe I'm giving him the lathe knife. So, I'm looking at these posts. All of Charlie Kirk's people fit the perfect description of hateful bigot. There's this trans guy. And you guys know me. I don't like trans people that much because I've always questioned their existence. I think it is a mental illness. I do think that they have problems. I do think they need to be looked at as a group. But not because they're different. Because a lot of them act like fucking lunatics sometimes. That guard was a red question mark. That means I have to hide in here too. Shifts over. So we're just sitting here and talking. I'm not gonna stop the fight. There's plenty of guards that can do their job. But he was just... I'm looking at these posts. It's a piece of cardboard. You have hundreds, if not thousands, of these signs on the ground. They are on the ground, by the way. Just randomly in the open on the ground. I mean, they're stood up on little metal spikes. But, like, you have them all over the place. And there's a bunch of people. Like, probably 60% of the school. These are college campuses, by the way. People pay to be here. Not sit there and watch you shove your rhetoric down their throat and make them have to see it everywhere they go. Some people want to go to learn, not to hear about your politics. Politics are stupid. Like, I get it. You can be a Republican or a liberal or a Democrat or conservative. You don't need to have it every single place we go. I think more people should step on Turning Point USA signs. Not destroy them. Step on them. Watch these fucking bitches cry about how Charlie Kirk was so amazing. If he was amazing, you'd get a fucking billboard like everybody else. Not plastered every single where we go. It's annoying. I'm not saying it's wrong. Fuck, I think they should have more events. I really do. You know why? Because that's your right as an American to be able to have those events and share your politics with like-minded people. I agree with that. But to plaster it fucking everywhere where it's got pissed people off in an educational environment is not okay. So they should step on it more. Or trash the shit, actually. No, I take that back. They should trash it. If you have it on the ground, it is trash. If you put something on the ground, it's trash. That's the word. And so this trans guy steps on one, right? And as I said before, you guys know me, I don't like trans people that much. I think they're mentally ill most of the time. A lot of them act like psychopaths, and I am a little bit questionable. There's some decent ones. I've learned that with recent people. But still, it's a very hard thing to trust. And I'm going to read all the comments and just want to get this out first. How much time do we got? We got a few minutes. I'm waiting for the green to max out. I'm just going to be a lazy cop today. So, this trans guy steps on it, and these people go apeshit. Just fucking apeshit. They're following him around, hassling him, acting like they're going to get him expelled. For what? Stepping on a sign? Oh shit, I'll fucking go to Oklahoma and step on a sign. Hands down. No questions asked. I'll video myself doing it. I'll say, here you go, libs of TikTok. Bitch about this. Call me evil. I've had 5 people tag me in my statements about how they need to get over this? Because it's literally cardboard. It's so replaceable, it's not even funny. It's the cheapest thing imaginable, too. And they're crying about it, and then they're tagging me, and I'm over here like, common sense is you can't expel somebody for stepping on cardboard that you left on the ground. If you leave it on the ground, well, here's my logic, right? They're calling it private property, and that's why they're upset. You don't leave private property everywhere and leave it on the ground in public. That's so retarded. Hear that? The Republican Party's acting quite retarded right now. They're going to call me evil? Bring it on, bitch. I've been called evil because I hate pedophiles, too. This ought to go really well. I'm not even kidding. So, you know, I'm looking at this post, and they're calling this trans person violent. He's the trans person. They're following him. They're hassling him. He's just walking. He's not saying nothing. He's not even looking at them. He's just trying to ignore them, which I approve of that behavior. That is a person who knows how to have self-control. You could tell he was visibly upset when they started talking about trying to get him expelled and shit, too. And then every arrogant piece of shit on Twitter is making violent statements. And I mean, it's just horrible shit. And I'm like, the left was right. And Charlie Kirk's following our trash. Because if you're going to be a bunch of violent, bigoted, hateful assholes, then Charlie Kirk got exactly what he deserved. Because you are the product of what he has done. And if you're going to act like that, what's your excuse? Oh, he's dead now, so it's not like it really matters. It does matter. If you are the legacy he leaves behind, and you're acting like that, they were right about you. And I'm sitting here like, looking at these people. I'm noticing that not every person's in on it anymore. There's a lot of people who are on the right who also don't agree with these people anymore. It is a complete splintering. And then you got Nick Fuentes talking about a MAGA civil war between MAGA and MAGA. Let them fight. Because when the dust settles and half of them are gone, we'll hopefully lose the scummy ones. And so that's the reality. Let's go and round everybody up. That's just the truth of it. I've been on Twitter. I've been monitoring that the last few days. It is despicable what these people are like. It's the Republican Party. The left is allowed to say whatever they want now. And the reason why is when you become a hypocrite or a douchebag or you prove them to be right, you lose all the right to criticize them. Let's see. 8am says, it seems like the youth of America is forced in their hand. People are waking up to the bullshit. What do you say, John? Why is our government so loyal to Jews? The veil is being lifted finally. Charlie Kirk wasn't arrogant enough to accept the job being a plant for them, the Red Party, a professional troll and nothing more. Yeah, what did he actually do? They say all he wanted to do was have a dialogue with people who didn't think like him. No, he walked up to people, put down their thoughts. No, I know. I'm going to play a video. Hold on. You guys all right here in the line, just chill. I'm also doing YouTube in the background. And I'm going to play a video that I have downloaded. And at D-Chat, you might have seen this video already. All you guys need is the audio. Actually, I'm going to pause it, actually. We're going to pause time here in the game. Keep it immersive. You guys ready for a real bomb?
These blacks trying to go rob her, happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact. Black crime is a major issue in our country. Why are you pushing criminal justice reform exactly? Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson, they're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Now, the southern border is, of course, the great replacement. They're trying to replace us demographically. They're trying to make the country less white. It is an anti-white agenda. If I see...
I'm going to pause it for a moment because we're going to listen to the full 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I do agree that there's an anti-white agenda, but I highly doubt it's by the people we thought it was. But do you notice there's 2 major bullet points of what kind of rhetoric he's spewing there? That is blatant racism. Like, that's pro-white racism all by itself. Because, like, what, all the blacks are suddenly all bad? Oh, yeah, that's Charlie Kirk, by the way, if you didn't guess from the voice. Remember the guy who had his neck blown wide open? Tell me again how he didn't deserve it. Talking shit to people like that. He did this everywhere he went, too. The stuff you see on his YouTube and his Twitter was the stuff that made him look good. But everybody kept copies. There were other people filming too, and this is the kind of shit you'd see. Although this particular clip, and the entire thing, by the way, is from the Turning Point USA videos that he doesn't have up anymore. Gee, I wonder why. Gee, I wonder why. But you also have some hardcore misogyny in there, talking down the women like they're not equal. There are people that have posts about how apparently Charlie Kirk hated that women and men had equality, that they had the same rights as men. When you tell women that they don't have the brain power like that, in the way that he said it, yeah, that kind of gives off that vibe. But let's hear the rest of this horrific rhetoric that he had. Let's just listen to it all.
A black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Taylor Swift is now engaged to Travis Kelce. This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge. America was at its peak when we halted immigration for 40 years and we dropped our foreign-born percentage to its lowest level ever. Miss Rachel, you quote Leviticus 19, love your neighbor as yourself. The chapter before affirms God's perfect law when it comes to sexual matters. In Leviticus 18 is that thou shalt lay with another man shall be stoned to death. Can we get that picture up, Ryan, of that Marvel's Avenger team? Now,
I think that's probably the most non-hate speechy way you could say that about gay people, by the way. Like, that is definitely, that is not a good thing to say. See, now, the point I'm trying to make here is that he went to liberal colleges and said all this shit. Again, we're going to listen to the other half of this in a moment. But, see, I don't really, remember, Republican, conservative, I do agree with some of these takes. Some of them, not really all of it, okay? Because remember, I think black people need to be looked at when they do things wrong, okay? I think that a marriage should be equal effort. A man goes out and does the work, but the woman needs to value that man. If you don't value him and you treat him like, oh, you're just a bank to me, then it's not worth it. I wouldn't say submit, but I would say you should at least value what I do for you as my wife. That would be expected, because that's equal marriage. And in fact, I'm kind of making you my queen at that point. As for the other stuff, I mean, you can take a lot away from this, but I don't think gay people should have that happen to them because they're gay. Again, I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. But if you're gay and you're cool, I'm not going to judge you. That's always been my way. This guy was an asshole. And he goes to liberal colleges and spews this rhetoric. And you're wondering, people are wondering, how was this fair? Why was this okay? Why did this happen? Oh, this was hate from the left. No, this was a justified response after years of having to have it shoved down their throats. The same way the right shoved their crap down everyone's throats. The same way the left shoved their shit down other people's throats too. The left do it too. There is no exception there. I'll never forget LGBT and how it was shoved into everything. Okay? But after a while, these things tend to happen. So, in my humble opinion, he got exactly what he had coming to him. Because if he had just understood boundaries and understood that people didn't want him there, it's a college campus. People are going there to learn and build the future that they want, and you're over here trying to convince everybody to become a conservative. You want to know what my take is? Maybe instead of trying to get everybody to involve in politics, how about you keep it to your damn self until you find the right venue for it? See, even if you wanted to have a Turning Point USA event on a college campus, you don't need to plaster it all over the goddamn campus for that. These are called boundaries. This is what I hated about LGBT. Now, bear in mind, I don't hate LGBT. I hate something about what they do. So don't even give me that shit that I'm a homophobic or a transphobe. I'm not. I just have an issue with their way of doing things. And this is a conservative thing that I fucking hate. And bear in mind, I'm a conservative. I despise my own people sometimes. Truly. Because it's the same idea. You're over here making sure they have to see it, when some people just don't want to be around that. If I go around saying, fuck this and fuck that and fucking cunt, bitch, tit, you think in public people are going to like that? I can do it here because it's YouTube and you choose to tune in. And I'm sorry for anyone who's offended by the language. I have been trying to work on my language for a lot of reasons. Some people are not appealed to it. Well, you go out in public, people will have that same feeling. Imagine being someone of a certain caliber, and you don't like profanity because it just feels to you as a sign of immaturity. And there's this guy that you have to be around because, I don't know, some psychotic reason, right? Well, isn't it going to piss you off after a point that you have to keep hearing that vulgarity? And that's why I understand that how I act on YouTube is different from how I act in real life. My morals, values, and opinions are the same. I'm just more different about how I execute the delivery of telling people what I think about the world. Some people genuinely do not like it. That's called boundaries. And Charlie Kirk was such a dumbass, he didn't understand that. Despite years of them telling him. Until one day, someone pulled out a long-range rifle. We don't know what kind. Story's changed 11 times so far. And he blew the guy's head wide open. Well, technically his neck, but considering they said it was a 30-06, it should have been his whole skull coming off. But whatever, the FBI doesn't understand calibers of weapons and what they're capable of, so we'll just narrow it down to stupidity. My point is, you guys can agree with his statements. You guys don't have to agree with his statements. My point is, he was shot because he kept shoving it down everyone's throat. And no one wanted to hear it anymore. And let's be honest here. When you go to college, you go to learn. Not to be indoctrinated or convinced to join a certain political party. There is a time and there is a place. So in turn, my closing statement is, that motherfucker got exactly what he deserved. Because when you do stupid shit, you win stupid prizes. And that's just the truth. If it's cold-hearted, so be it. Does that mean I'm going to go do it? Hell no. I have a heart. It may be a little less empathetic than it used to be. Because of people like this and his following. And a lot of people on the left too, actually, if I think about it. But the truth of it is, I don't need to do that. I think it's stupid that he died. I do think it's dumb that it happened to him. Again, we should be able to talk like human beings. But then again, let's hear about what he thinks about that.
Don't know who the person is on the left. Is the person on the left that came and did the interview with Joe? The TikTok your government?
Now, I don't know where this video originally was, but the word he's using is tranny. Short for transvestite, transgender. It's usually not seen as very polite. It's like the equivalent of cunt, but for a trans person. I don't agree with the language. I really don't. It's not a slur, technically, so I can say it on YouTube despite everything. But he's referring to a person, one Dylan Mulvaney. That's one of the trans people I don't like because you know he's fake about it. But that's what's going on in the picture, just so you all know. I can't show it to you, but I will be making clips and sharing these on one of my channels. I'm not sure which yet.
Is being run by freaks. It's like immediately I have like a flashback to a country where weren't able to do Bud Light commercials. What does being trans even mean? Is that even a real thing? It means you need therapy. We must ban trans-affirming care the entire country. I do think that there is a direct correlation between someone's testosterone and their politics. On young men, the lower their testosterone, the more likely they are to be Democratic.
So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was going to give birth and
Oh, you guys gotta love this one. This is the definition of Charlie Kirk as a person. The conversation is, if you had a daughter, we're going to say, because of the context of the conversation, it does have to do with somebody who is underage, okay? If you had an underage daughter who was R-A-P-E-D, okay? S-A'd, if you want to call it that. Diddled without consent. You know, if you're that one idiot that's been harassless in the past. That's the conversation they're having right here. You guys are going to love this. You can tell me how Charlie Kirk's not a bastard for this one.
no, wait. Oh, and she was going to give birth and she was going to live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered. When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less rape.
It's weird that conversation about blacks is in the same conversation. He went right in. Now look at the clip. It's a perfect. There's no cut. He immediately went to blacks, had no rights. I'm like, first of all, She just asked you a very plain point blank question. Hold on. Can I rewind this a little bit?
Affirming care the entire country. I do think that there is a direct correlation between someone's testosterone and their politics. On young men, the lower their testosterone, the more likely they are to be Democratic.
So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was
So the daughter is 10 in the analogy. Bear in mind, it takes 9 months for a baby to come to the point of being born. Okay, the girl is 10. Okay.
Give birth and she would and she was gonna give birth and she was gonna live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes. The baby would be delivered. When blacks in America.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna stop it right there. We have like 25 seconds left. What the fuck did this man just say? Look, I'm going to tell you guys like it is, because half of these quacks won't do it. A 10-year-old could not possibly survive that process. Their body, it's just not possible. Have you ever seen a 10-year-old give birth? Anyone want to give examples in the comment section down below? The reason why you haven't, because trust me, you can't find an existing example anywhere, okay? The reason why you haven't is because their bodies cannot survive that process. And Charlie Kirk's like, that child will give birth. And you can tell me how he's not a pedo, okay? Go right for it.
Did not have the same rights they had today. They were less murderous. There was less break-ins. Why is that?
So I'm sorry, are you trying to say that blacks thrive under subjugation?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm asking you the question. The data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad. It was evil. But what happened? Something changed. I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration.
So that is the wildest 2 minutes and 52 seconds I've ever seen. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that man is probably the lowest form of pawn scum on the earth. I think whoever did this to him probably did us all a favor. I say probably because, again, I don't know the whole story. Maybe he was an amazing guy, just had some really controversial stupidity going on. But let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Let's say that you were of a different walk of life and you had to constantly hear him degrade your beliefs like that. Wouldn't that piss you off? I think the point I'm trying to make here, okay, despite how effed up it is that America is built on the foundation that you have the freedom to say what you want, you have the freedom to believe what you want. Being conservative is a belief, okay? It's a moral system that you put in place for yourself, and beliefs that you believe are appropriate, that are right, that are just, in the reasons that you have to believe in them, okay? Being liberal is the same idea, except the opinions aren't the same as conservative. Just like Republicans and Democrats, right? And this guy goes around saying this kind of shit and forces liberals and Democrats to have to see it. Pretend for a second you could walk a day in their shoes as one of them. I know it's hard for some people, but try to. Some of you may be liberals and Democrats, okay? And try to pretend that you're in that mindset of how they believe things to be. I'm not entirely sure what the belief system is. I don't think I've ever been a liberal. But think about it the way that they would, if you could. Look into what they believe in if you want to go for absolute immersion. If you were forced to hear that your beliefs were stupid and that you should be treated a certain way because of those beliefs, wouldn't you get upset? Again, when you treat people like shit, they eventually get hostile. That's just how the world has always been. And I think that he deserved it only because he would not back the fuck up. When you walk up on a brother, bad things happen when they're not wanting you around. Well, fellow white man got sick of his ass. Now, is it sad? Oh, yes, it's very sad that he couldn't be a douche respectfully. Okay? Because I think it's douchey, the way he went about things. What's crazy is that I believe in at least half the things he said. That video, half those things I wholeheartedly agree with. Here's the difference between me and him. I will say it on my YouTube. If you don't like it, you don't ever have to come back. I don't go to a college campus and make you see it after that doesn't work. There is respect between our differences of opinions. I think we could all get along despite my opinions. And I've also been very open to an argument. If you want to try to convince me that my way of life is wrong, you can. Right here on my YouTube channel. Get me some views out of it. And if I change my mind because you have a good argument, hey, look, the whole world gets to see it happen too. And the whole world might agree with you too. But I'm not going to go invade your personal spaces. It's just not how I am. And I could. There's plenty of colleges. There's plenty. I don't do that because I feel like there's boundaries for a reason. Plus the paperwork, the permissions, all that shit. Guarantee you he did not have all the permissions he said he did. Guaranteed. So, that is what I've been seeing on Twitter. That is my thoughts on him, officially, especially after the last couple months of how things... A couple months ago, by the way, I had a very different reaction. I think the reactions that were given by his so-called following is what kind of warranted me to change my stance on his existence, is the way I'll put it. If his following weren't such douchebags, I would have more empathy about it. I think that's why Candace Owens kind of changed. I think that's why Tucker Carlson also changed. I'm not the only one, you know. I'm just more of an asshole about it. And I'm going to be an asshole because when I see a bunch of bullies coming out of Charlie Kirk's group, well, the fucking gloves are off. They can cry about it if they want. Oh, he's an evil man. Bitch, you have not seen evil. These people are calling a trans person evil because they stepped on a goddamn piece of cardboard. Which means, by that logic, they're comparing stepping on cardboard to the actions of what Hitler did from 1939 to 1945. Are you fucking clowning me? Do these idiots not know what evil looks like? I could show you evil. There's plenty of places online to find pictures of what happened from 1939 to 1945. Somehow I don't think the analogy is the same. But anyway, let's read some comments here. Let's see. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. I was in a phone call. Oh, you're good, D-Chat. By the way, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to get out what I want to say before I read all the comments because, mind you, if I lose my train of thought, the thought will be gone. I agree, 89M. The GOP is basically just the liquid party at this point. I don't know what that means. Let's see. D-Chess says, I wouldn't say he deserved it, but I do think he was mostly right, and I do think he was mostly right in those clips, which is weird, because I do too. It's just he acted like a douche is how I think of it. But, you know, but one could say he was naive and foolish. That might be the best way to say it, actually. That's the most polite way to put it. It was naive and foolish to think that this was somehow the right way to go about it. Or at least the right way to do it. I don't know. Again, you could be a hateful bigot. You really can. There are spaces on the internet for that. There's spaces in real life for that. In your enemy's playground is not the place. I think it's more so he deserved it through the actions he went about, okay? Not the opinions that he had. Does that make more sense? Because again, I share these opinions. Does that mean I tell everybody that I deserve it? That'd be fucking stupid. John, you just nailed it. The white replacement theory isn't being executed by who we originally thought. The boy, and boy is it eye-opening. Yeah, I think it might be. Well, I believe... Okay, so I understand how propaganda has worked since the Cold War, okay? They want you to believe it's another person when they don't want to let you know... They don't want you to know it's them, so they'll try to pin on somebody else. But all of these things have a reason. Why would they want to... Why would Donald Trump and the Republican Party want to sell a white replacement theory? Well, it's so you can cause divide. If you want to cause a civil war, which the rich would definitely profit off of, then you'd want to create a theory that would make you hate the other side. Now, granted, the Democrats do bring a lot of illegal immigrants into the country through the guise of refugee status, and yes, they do give them a little bit too goddamn much when they're not even legally supposed to be here. Again, I agree with ICE getting rid of illegal immigrants. Not everyone else, though. Like, Jesus, if you have a visa, I think you should be untouchable by ICE. I have to wonder, how Republican am I really, if you think about it? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I am in between. There's sides of both. Maybe there's traits on both sides that I agree with. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Or maybe that's just a human factor. I don't know. But I think that if you wanted to cause enough divide in the country to benefit the rich, which they would benefit, warmongering has always benefited the rich, then yeah, I think that it's possible Republicans could have created the white replacement theory. What, Democrats just don't like white people? There's no guarantee that's true, because remember, there are Republicans and Democrats in the government. Either side could be doing it. They could be helping each other for all we know. It could be an entire government versus the people for all we know. One big fucking psyop. You would never find out till it's too late. You think they're going to tell you? Especially when they're trying to enact it? Hell no. And that's why I said that. You know, it's just, I don't think it's by who we think it is. I don't think it's really the Democrats. I think it's more so. If it is the Democrats, it's not just the Democrats, is my saying. See, and knowing the situation, says D-Chat, we're in, it's kind of asking for it. Like, if so, money in World War I climbs up to the trench to do the na sound while doing the tongue and ears thing. Immaturity, like a bunch of sectoids we ran into the previous couple of months. The last 3.5 years, which happen to be the same kind of people. In fact, I think they're the same exact party. They've already been open about that. I dislike pro-life arguments generally because the type of people who do have those procedures are the type that I don't want multiplying anyway. I think with pro-life, I feel like there's elements of the argument. Okay, so when it comes to abortion, there's some things I agree with the left, and there's some things I agree with the right. First of all, I do not think an abortion should be an excuse to not be a parent. Okay, if you're 18 and older, if your body could physically survive the process, because you got to remember, teen pregnancies have existed for years, literally years. It's not like they're not doing it still. Okay, but if you were 5 years old, and somehow some person did something terrible to you, and you're now pregnant at 5, yeah, your body's not going to survive that. Same with a 10-year-old. Charlie Kirk was a moron for that statement, by the way. Like, the biggest idiot on the face of the planet in that moment. But, I do think that if you are, let's say, 15 to 16, you shouldn't be doing it. Let's put it that way. But if you do have it done, it's not like your body couldn't withstand the survival. Especially if it was something consensual. Oh, mommy and daddy didn't like that I was hanging out with my boyfriend who's about the same damn age. Year older, a year younger, same age, I don't know, but they were teens. And I want to keep my baby. Okay, then you don't really need it then, do you? Your body will survive it at that rate. I mean, yeah, I just don't think people should be doing that activity until you're 18. That is a strong belief of mine. Because when you're anything under 18, that's the age of majority, you're immature. You're, no offense, you're stupid. You're going to make dumb decisions. And by the way, when you have a baby, you're throwing away 18 years of your life at that point. It's a process. It's an 18-year process till that baby could walk out on its own. And what do you want to tell people? That you're that close in age? Fuck, that's disgusting. But let's say they can survive it. Okay, then yeah, I understand that entirely. That's why he was stupid for saying that. Because, well, you know, the baby wouldn't, the 10-year-old wouldn't survive it. Sure, we could throw in, but it's rape. Well, here's where I agree with Republicans. And some of this will piss you off. I'm aware. But I want you to know who I am, so I gotta be transparent, right? If your body can survive it, why would you end a life just because you have to endure? Well, I think then you should tell us exactly who did it. The rapist gets 2 rounds in the skull. That prevents him from doing it further. And you get paid off a huge settlement. Because, mind you, a human life should have value. I don't think there should be a price tag, but because you have to endure that, consider it like a payment for therapy, except, you know, we're paying you to not end a life. That's what really you should be paid for. That's obviously a law that doesn't exist. But it should. That way, if you have to endure a SA, at least you're getting something out of it to motivate you to be like, you know what, he's a piece of shit. They put 2 rounds in his skull, the rapist is dead, and this person inside me does not have to be my burden once they're out. That is how I look at that. But when it comes to the Democrats, I agree with them in the sense that we shouldn't just, you know, not have the option. Because, again, if somebody can't survive the process, or if there's a mutation or something, yeah, obviously these problems are there. It's kind of hard to not admit that, right? Lots of children go through the hassle or the torment of SA. There's a lot of predators in this country, unfortunately. Should they have to endure something that the body cannot naturally handle? No. You should have the option to, coat hanger, if you will. And maybe I'm an asshole for that. There is logic to my reasoning here. I think both sides have valid points in the argument, but both sides also screw it over because they go too far. There's extremes on both levels. That's the problem I have with the pro-life and the pro-choice argument, is that, yes, while on some points of the argument they're completely 100% right, there are other points in the argument that is just ridiculous. For example, Democrats think, oh, we should be able to have abortions because we don't want to be parents. The whole point of sex is to copulate. The point of copulation is reproduction. Reproduction is to create life. If you're not having sex to create life, you shouldn't be doing it. Especially when half you in this country, the United States of America, God forbid we even say that name going forward, because no one respects it, it seems like. If you don't want to act like a mature adult, that's also a way for people to say maybe you shouldn't be creating life. Because, think about how many people are terrible parents. All right, you're on your own. Go out there and do whatever you want. These kids become frickin' hoodlums. I get it. Sex is good. It feels amazing. It does. But if you can't handle responsibility, don't be doing it. Oh, well, now you've done it, and you're pregnant. Get the fuck over it. If you can survive the pregnancy, you weren't SA'd, and you're just lazy and don't want to be a parent. It's time you learned how to be mature. See? That's the Republican in me. The Democrat in me, though, has empathy for people who actually go through actual issues with survival. There's good points on both sides. And I hate the argument because every person out there who has it is a fucking moron. Oh, well, you should either have abortion or not at all. You know how many lazy cucks we have to deal with now because of that? I also think that having condoms and birth control is totally fine, as long as you're responsible with it. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. Because, if you use it right, you won't get pregnant. And let's be honest, if you fuck it up, you're on your own. So, anyway, where are we at here? It was always the JWO. What does that mean? Let's see. And it was the same case when it was the other way around during colonialism. Even Columbus was surrounded by Spanish Moranos. There are plenty of Jays. I'll say it. Jews, I imagine. Am I right when it's Jays, Jews, who preferred immensely from South Africa the diamond mines? Musk himself seemed a bit sus too. I don't like Elon Musk. I think he's just a douche. Alright, let's get these inmates to their cells. Give me the tools. I will... No one's looking. Take that. Oh, my bad. I forgot. This is the guy I had to deal with. Alright. Ah, I see. Alright.
Oh, come on. Var är hin?
This game is good.
Oh, come on, Mara.
Some of these characters are hilarious to look at. You guys learn to say other things, man. Yeah, and I'm not really too fond of Elon Musk. I think there's moments where he's an incredible mindset, like he's got a good mind, but there are other moments where he's just... Look, I'm not the kind of person... I don't like to picture myself as an edgelord, okay? I don't like to be edgy if I don't have to be. I'm just usually trying to be honest, and I've noticed that blunt delivery kind of gets the job done, right? So I say things that are considered widely offensive because of that very fact, okay? But realistically, I think Elon Musk was a moron. All right. Well, I think Elon Musk was a moron. He's got good ideas, but he goes about a lot of things the worst way humanly possible. Like, there was that one time. Now, I do not know the whole story, okay? But he was talking all this mad shit about how he was so good at Path of Exiles 2. Oh, wait. Wrong way. Oops, I did it again. Britney Spears. Let's go back this way. But he was talking about how he was so good at Path of Exiles 2, and it turns out he just had someone level up his character. And look, I get it. He doesn't have the time to play it all the time, but don't lie about your skill. It just makes you look foolish. And that was the thing. He had to lie about his skill at a video game. Look, man, if you suck at video games, you don't need to lie. I suck at video games. I've been playing them for, like, how many years? When was 2015? That's when I really started playing full-time. It's like 11 years, right? And I will even say it, I'm not that good. I just play to have fun. Elon Musk are like, I'm so amazing. Alright, first of all, when do you have the fucking time to play that? You know what I mean? And I'm over here thinking to myself, it's such a stupid thing to lie about. It's foolish. It makes people look at you like, what else do you fucking lie about? Like, I can't even with that guy. In this instance, I'm referring to his ethnicity, too. He seems strangely hard to pin down, since he's apparently African-air. Not to be confused with Boer. I don't know what either of those are, by the way, but he seems to have weird phenotypic individualism. I don't know what any of that means. All I know is he's a white guy that on some notes can be very intelligent, and on other notes is completely retarded. And I'm not saying that to be mean, okay? He has autism. I have autism. It was another reason why I became a conservative. Is because I see a lot of people in that group that kind of fit my little situation here. Like, these could be my people. Until I looked at Twitter over the last 2 months. It's not just Twitter, by the way. It's fucking everywhere. But I just... Dude, it's such a hard thing to join a group like that. And I'm talking about the Republican Party. And then realize that these people can be animals sometimes. Remember, as a group, we represent each other. And these people are fucking ridiculous. It's so angering. You know? Seems to have phenotypic influences. Well, I still don't know what that means. I still have no idea what that means. Gotta do a cell shakedown. Looks like we're it's usually 3 cells. Might be more, but it's usually about 3. Alright, everyone get out of your cells. Let's do this. We gotta search cells for Charles, Jim, and Jason. That's 4 this time. Let's start with... let's just go around the block. Jason. Alright, search the cells, secure illegal goods. Secure or keep? Let's go finger the sink real quick. Nothing. Yeah, I just... I've taken so much of their shit. It looks like Doritos, doesn't it? We'll leave it. I'll be a nice guy this one time. I'm in a good mood today. Last night I was just... What the fuck is going on out here? Oh, they're hitting Mason. Oh, I want to get on this. I hate Mason. I don't even know why I hate him. Oh, he's already got him. Alright. Hate Mason. Guy's a clown. So, what was I saying? Yeah, that's general my thoughts, you know, Elon Musk. Whoa! 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 Goddamn pedophile coming at me. Is this the pedophile? Oh no, that's not. It's somebody else. Still gonna hit you. He's just waiting outside his cell. Anyway, let's see. Forgot you're doing a prison simulator. I forget sometimes myself. I guess we'll secure that. I gotta do this professionally sometimes. Okay, so it looks like we're done with Jason's thing. Alright, Jason, you're good. We gotta go to Ryan. Jim. Wait, what? I didn't realize they had numbers in front of themselves. Speaking something sounds like Simish. Yeah, I noticed that too. Okay, let's see. I really want to get back to The Sims, though. I love The Sims. That game is amazing. First I thought we were still doing that. Oh, yeah? Yeah, for me, I was going to do The Sims, but then I thought, I want to keep the streaming simple for a bit. I mean, it's not that I don't like OBS anymore, because it's weird. I hated OBS, but then it grew on me for some reason. I don't really know why, you know? But now it's like, but now I have the PS4, I want to use it. So, why not? I also have this weird inner feeling that I should have just kept the PS5. If everybody doesn't know, PS5 was so useless, I got rid of it. And then I went and bought a PS4 instead because I felt like I would use it more. Mostly because of the streaming setup and stuff. But now I'm over like, you know, part of me feels like I should have kept the PS5. And the only reason why, is because even though I would never use it, I still had it, you know? It's like, fucking, I hate not being able to afford shit. Like, I'm hearing through the grapevines that I might have options at some point, but, like, at the same time, those options are never guaranteed. Let me give you a couple examples. One, I've been hunting for work. Like a goddamn fucking goddamn! Anyway, I just realized this is his cell. We can't keep nothing. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? So, yeah, I was hearing at one point that opportunities for work might become more of an option at some point. Because apparently, you know, there's changes coming to the system, and etc., and no one really gives a crap all of this crap, I'm sure. So watch your ass. Well, aren't you the chomo that was selling CP? Bitch! Fuck you! Talking mouth of me. Every time you get up. Bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! And 3 times we get demonetized. So anyway. This one, I believe. Anyway. What was I doing? That's one potential thing, is the potential of the workforce changing, so we might be able to figure out employment that way, but there's never any guarantee for that, right? Because what's it been, 11 months of looking? I mean, at this rate, you're probably not going to find it. And then, what else? Then there's a stimulus apparently coming. Now, no one knows for sure. It could just be Trump trying to find some way to tell us to, hey, just so y'all know, I took away food stamps. That's gone. I can verify it is gone, by the way. Because I would know. It's one of the people that have benefits, okay? And then, I mean, I can't complain at this point. I have to just make things work. If I don't make things work, then I'm still failing as a man. But then, what else was it? He shut down the government, and so many other programs got cut, too, that would benefit people. I'm like, that tends to piss people off. So I'm thinking to myself, there's possible truth to it, but there's also a possibility that it's just a load of BS. Like, maybe he's just saying it so that people won't be so mad at him for doing what the fuck up he just did. I mean, that makes sense, right? Okay, it's in here. Maybe it's on the other side of the building. But, like, it makes sense to me that there is potentially some truth. Oh, it is right here.
But at the same time, like, that's not something we can bank on. A $2,000 stimulus check would be amazing. That'd be fucking amazing, you know? But, like, at the same time, if there's no guarantee, what's the point? You know what I mean? You can't rely on that. That's not a viable thing you can rely on. Because mainly, he could just be throwing out an empty promise to shut people up for now. Until he, you know, asserts more control of this Nazi totalitarian state. I'm kidding. I don't actually know. But, you know, everybody likes to say that. I've noticed people saying that on both sides now, too, by the way. It's weird that Republicans are saying that, too, now. Like, these are people that have been Republican for years, and they're saying it. I highly doubt that many accounts got hacked by Twitter. But anyway, that's what I first started doing that. It's probably just for working families only, like last time he did this. From what I understand, the posts say that it's every American. It's either each or every, which would kind of allude to the same thing. You think about it. I mean, if it is every American, that would be nice. If it's each American, well, he doesn't really give any guidelines, I've noticed. So, like, it'd be weird to, like, not be upfront with people, I guess. Even then, I don't know if there is one. Mainly because how would you know? Hey, Nightbot. I have to ask, how would anyone know? That's the problem. Like, can we really rely on that kind of a statement? It's not that we don't trust that he'll do it. It's more so, until he has a way to actually verify it's 100% happening, why would you ever want to believe in it? I've learned in this life, and I know it's sad for some people because it's just morbid after a point, never, ever expect too much. It's easier to have your hopes as low as possible. That way, when something good does happen, it's actually really exciting. But when it doesn't, you don't get let down. You tend to fail less when you do that, too, I've noticed. Yeah, it's heartbreaking for a lot of people. It's like you can't really trust anybody at that point. You have to always expect failure. But you're never let down at that point. You're always going to be at the point where, you know, why did they put a gaming console in here? The reality is it's just easier on the soul. Because we've had so many people make promises that never panned out. And Trump is a man of empty promises. Like, there is no real way around that. It's just that's the way he's always been. He'll tell us anything he can to get our support. But does he ever really deliver? Not really. Once in a blue moon. If it benefits him. So it's like, you know, if this stimulus thing is real, yay! It's gonna be $2,000. In today's economy, that won't last very far. Like, that's the stupidity of it. It won't last very long. $2,000 goes quick in the current economy. Like, really quick. That's like maybe a month's rent for some people. Some people, they owe more than that. So it's like, you know, where's the value in it? If that's all you can muster from $195 billion cut from all the programs and funds and all the little things that were going on, all the little things he chopped out of the, you know, the government's budget plan or whatever. If that's all you can muster is $2,000 a person. Okay, so hold on. Let's do this now. Let's just do it now. I'm gonna pull up a calculator. This is the way I would look at it, right? Because if you don't have those programs, you don't really need that money as much. So 195. How many zeros is in a billion? That's million. So we'll do 3 more zeros. Okay. We're going to divide that by 100. No, sorry. 310 million. Because that's how many Americans are in the U.S., right? Which is insane that it's actually that low. You would think it'd be more, but then again, I guess the U.S. is not as big as I once thought it was. So we divide 195 billion minus, or divided by 310 million. You get 629.03. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't think he's giving everybody anything at all. Because they did mention 2,000, but they also mentioned 600. 600 would make more sense here.
because $629.03. That's what you could actually give every American. So where did they get 2,000 from? Because this is what they said. You can imagine Donald Trump is also shitty at math too. How did they survive this long? I'll have to pull up the article at some point. Wait, actually I can do that now. Trump 2K each American. Let's see if this pulls it up. Trump calls tariff opponents fools, promises 2K dividend payments for Americans. 2K dividend. Yeah, how are you going to do that? Where's this money coming from? He's going to put us further into the debt. Okay, President Donald Trump said Sunday that people who do not support tariffs are fools and vowed to use the revenue generated from duties to fund a $2,000 dividend from Americans. Maybe there's money coming in we don't know about. Please turn off your ad blocker and review. I'll just scroll past it. People that are ad blocker on my new browser because Opera GX comes with it. People that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world. Almost no inflation and record stock market price. I haven't seen that yet, by the way. That feels like a load of doohickey. Trump wrote in a Truth Social post. Of course he wrote it there. He can stroke his ego there. A dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people. So high-income people will not be included here. Okay, that makes more sense. So all the broke-ass bitches, like me, like D-Chat, like 89M, I'm sure, we all get it. But if you're a high-income person, I don't mean this in a rude way, but fuck you is basically the analogy. Well, when? Trump, look, I'm not trying to be like an asshole, not bragging, rubbing on no one's face. It's not the goal here. That's just the analogy that fits best, okay? I want to say that because then everybody's going to be like, he's laughing at rich people. You're rich. You don't fucking need it, to be fair, okay? But like at the same time. So, high-income people will not get it, but everyone else will. A dividend of at least $2,000 a person, at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, that's with an exclamation point, will be paid to everyone. Alright, motherfucker, you put this out, maybe I'll respect your people a little more, despite how shitty Charlie Kirk's following is. Because, again, that is gonna, I'm not gonna like them for a minute. I saw some shit I do not think is okay. Let's see. Trump also said that due to his economic agenda, manufacturing plants and factories are seeing record investment. He also said the U.S. will soon begin paying down our enormous debt. Motherfucker, if you pull that off, maybe I'll respect him. I still think the Epstein fucking list should be out there by now, but anyway. Fine, we can't get the pedophiles, but at least we can get our money back on track, and then we can start forwarding shit again. This is not going to be a way for us to accept pedophiles into the country, though, Trump. Just so you know, the diddlers will never be accepted as human beings. It will never be a thing. So, you can kiss our ass like this for now. We aren't forgetting the Epstein files. Doesn't it all feel like a distraction? He's like, we gotta make them forget in some way. Like, how can we make up all that essay over the years? like that's what it feels like. I'm like, God damn, they're really trying. So, okay. Pay down our enormous debt, which is currently hovering just north, that's above, $38 trillion. How the fuck does that happen, by the way? $38 trillion. What the fuck have you all been buying in the government? According to the latest numbers published by the Treasury Department. The Treasury Department, whoever's in charge needs to be fired. It's ASAP. $38 trillion. What the fuck? Alright. Gotta bring it down a little bit. Since Trump announced his Liberation Day, don't call it that, by the way, tariffs in April, tariff revenues have climbed sharply from $23.9 billion in May to $28 billion in June and $29 billion in July. Dude, we're paying for those, aren't we? Like, I want to look more into this. Total duty revenue reached $215.2 billion in the fiscal year of 2025.
which ended September 30th, according to the Treasury Department's Customs and Certain Excise Taxes report. Fuck, you pay me $2,000 for a dividend, I might be happy with that. So far in the fiscal year 2026, which began on October 1st, the U.S. had collected $35.9 billion. What was the 195, or was it 95? You know what? I don't even care. Let's look into it. Trump's remarks came amid renewed legal scrutiny over his trade policies as the Supreme Court last week began hearing oral arguments, that means verbally spoken, on whether Trump has authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, the IEEPA, to impose tariffs and whether those actions could violate the Constitution's separation of powers. Scrolling past all this crap, it's mostly just pictures. A federal appeals court ruled on August 29th that Trump overstepped his authority by using emergency powers to impose new tariffs on imported goods. The lower court said that power lies squarely with Congress or within existing trade policy frameworks. See, now that's where I agree with Trump, and this is rare because you guys know I can't stand any politician. But, like, why should the existing be the only ones that are ever there? Like, why can't we change things if they aren't working? Alright, so I agree with Trump on that one. Now the nation's highest court will decide the fate of Trump's trade agenda. Hopefully he doesn't fuck us all over. The White House has previously defended Trump's tariffs as legitimate use of presidential powers to protect the economy in a statement on Fox News Digital. Okay. Well, I would like to see results here. We look forward to the ultimate victory on this matter with the Supreme Court, wrote White House spokesperson Kush Desai. I've noticed that Kush Desai and Kash Patel have not been very intelligent. I have the oral arguments of the Supreme Court, and then there's a text thing here where people are writing in text things. Us, before the federal income tax, pre-1913. Before 1913, the U.S. had no permanent federal income tax. The federal government was mainly funded by tariffs on imported goods, and I can't proceed more because the damn ad blocker makes so I can't comment. He became the most powerful nation on earth with no income tax. That's interesting. You know, reading the comment section is usually retarded because most people in these comment sections are very ignorant. So instead of lowering my brain cells to their existence, let's just pretend like that article has some truth to it, and then if he does fix our economy, cool. Maybe he'll earn my respect. It's not about getting $2,000 potentially. No, it's about actually being able to afford shit. But I'm going to say this. Charlie Kirk and his following can fuck off. That man and his disgusting fucking following do not represent us. So anyway, bear in mind, there's a lot of Democrats in my comment section usually. We get along fine. That's the point. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're cleaning. Cell block B has got the... Oh my goodness! I talk politics for 5 minutes and you all splooge lava diarrhea on the floor. Dude, do you fuckers not know what a trash can is? And what are you guys doing? They're all sleeping. They're all... Oh, okay, they're not. Alright, just unfeckin' believable. Let's just Kobe this shit. Ironic enough, I hate basketball. Okay, at least that confirms at least we'll be getting it. Unless he's pulling a fast one on us. If he is lying to cover up the whole... I mean, there's been a couple of theories. I've heard from a couple of different people that it might not happen because of the whole... it's just a way to calm people down due to the SNAP benefit thing. Again, I don't have any real say or way to do anything in the matter. It's gone on my end. So, like, nothing I can fucking do. Like, what am I doing? Am I going to cry about it? No, of course not. But, like, it does suck. I feel that. I do. It sucks. I get it. But, like, what can we do? Crying about it ain't going to fix nothing, you know? But, I mean, if this is his way of trying to, like, make everybody relax and not aim for his head, I guess is the way to put it. I mean, if it's a lie, it's going to piss people off a lot more. Alright, let me get your hopes up to make up for the screw-up that I did that made 42 million Americans starve. Yeah, you don't want to fuck that up. So, yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's very plausible that might happen. But like, I mean, what am I gonna do in the meantime? You know, that's more what I'm concerned with. I'm more concerned with what happens in the meantime. As far as I'm concerned, I need to be able to afford to eat, survive, live. I want to get a job. Everybody's like, oh, you should get a job. Trust me. Trust me, I want one. But it's like the stupidest thing right now because no one wants to give you an opportunity anymore. It's like, maybe Trump should fix that. I know it sounds stupid, but instead of giving us stimulus checks, maybe force people to say yes on the job recommendations. Because, you know, a stimulus is finite. It's like, what? It's like $2,000, right? That money is finite.
Come on.
Yes, don't get me wrong. If it happens, I'll be very happy to get it. I'm sure everybody will be, right? But that's the thing. It's a one-time deal. You got it one time. You can't rely on that long term. I want to know that I can get a job. Maybe there should be a policy in place that they're required to say yes on the job interview. I mean, yeah, sure, it's fucked up. But maybe there should be like a strike period, though, at the same time. Like, maybe what they could do is you could get a guaranteed yes on the job, right? And then if you fucked up at that job site, they don't have to say yes again. At any place that has that name. So let's say Walmart. Let's just use that for an example, right? Let's say you want to get a job at Walmart. They have to say yes on the first go. If you've never worked at Walmart before, they have to say yes. That would be a good policy to have in place, because then you guarantee you get a chance. Remember, America's the land of opportunity. You should be allowed to have an opportunity. What, you don't have the skill sets? Their job is to train you. What the fuck just happened? Somehow it went sideways. Their job is to train you at the job. If you suck and get fired later on, that it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna look to the side when we do this, I guess. We'll do it like this. Actually, hold on. You just put it in there, actually. Does not want to go in. What the fuck? Got it. Even sideways, right? But, like, I think that should be a mandatory thing. They should guaranteed say yes on the first time. If you've never worked there before, or any place for that matter, they should be required to say yes by law. That way you will have your opportunity. If you fuck up that opportunity, it's on you. And then if they want to say no, ever again, they can. You get one shot of a guaranteed opportunity. If you fuck it up, that is it. Now let's say you leave that job and it was on good terms because you moved or whatever, right? Well then, I don't think there should be any issues. That's what Trump should do. That's what Trump should do to make it more of a thing. Because remember, you gotta look at long-term sustainability. We need to know that we can get work long-term. What's the stimulus kid do? That's a temporary solution to a long-term problem. I'm not asking for more pay. I'm not looking for higher wages. I'm looking for the opportunity to be able to work. That's what I want. If you guys want to know what I want to do from a president or a leader or whatever, that's what I want. I want someone to guarantee me that I can actually have a chance to succeed in my future. And you know what's funny? I don't see a lot of Democrats doing that either. But whatever. Not gonna lie though, that would be a nice thing to get. Cake is a lie, do not exist. Huh. It's been the biggest issue I've noticed, is trying to figure out. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up! There you go. That has been the biggest issue though. Dude, did you splooge? This is disgusting. I guess the only question that remains is when? I mean, people are kind of struggling now, so you would think that they would hopefully do it soon. Another question is, what would you do with it when you got it, you know? I mean, there's been a lot of opportunities in my life where I could have had a lot of money. It's always fun to speculate, you know? What would you do with that much money? You know what the irony is? Not too long ago we were talking about how it would be nice if you could finally get a PC. Like a proper PC. Not a laptop. PC. Think $2,000 would do it? Dude, you guys know me. Dude, long-term sustainability, right? You know for a fact, 100%, how much we talking about here again? About 2,000. That's what the stimulus says, right? Again, that's not going to solve my food problem. That's not going to sustain my living environment. That is how I know I have to do it on my own. That means you might as well just have fun with the 2,000. That's really what you're looking at there. Knowing that that stuff is not sustainable, and you're going to have to make it do each way, either month, regardless, you might as well have fun with the 2,000. In fact, if it does happen, and we all get it, every single one of us, because we're all broke as shit. My haters are broke as shit. Most of the Republicans are broke as shit. We know the Democrats are broke as shit. And everybody else is broke as shit. If you're here, you're probably broke as shit. You know what I mean? And that's not a problem. I don't judge. We all struggle. I get it, you know? Do I talk this? We'll talk in a minute. Hopefully enough to actually buy real property. No, that would not be the case. It's $2,000. Property is like in the... Well, you're going to need at least 10 grand. At minimum. And even that is probably nowhere near enough. Like, maybe 100 grand. Let's talk to this guy. Yeah, my cookies? You don't smell like chocolate. I don't think we do. We need 10 cookies. Oh, wrong button. I'm thinking we could just... maybe if it was real, I could just get a PC finally. Sell off my fucking Xbox while I'm at it. Make a little bit of money. If I have a PC, I don't need the Xbox. You guys know that, right? Because Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass are about the damn same. All the games are on both. You wouldn't need an Xbox Series X if you had a PC. We got 3 cookies. Yeah, we're nowhere near what we need. These are fighting guys. They're looking for a fight. Why is the Chomo looking for a fight? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, protect my investment. He said that he would give me money. So I'm assuming that to protect my investment. I see fighting icon. Bitch! You gift me at a diddler. Diddler. I love beating up the diddlers in the game. Fuck you! I love police brutality. Because I'm an officer of the law. And that means I get to unleash my true nature. I'm gonna note here that not all conservatives actually believe that. Like someone's gonna use that literally like, you see, I told you. I will note that is probably the case though for some of them, but not with me. I'm doing it because I'm having fun in a video game. It's different. Fuck you! Alright, let's see what this guy's doing. Dude, it's called a fucking trash can. Alright, let's see. Law and Order. Yeah, I know, right? I think we could probably pull off a PC. For $2 grand. If it happened. I don't really have any high hopes though on that. That's the problem. I feel like... What? He's like, the fuck did that come from? I think it'd be cool though. Again. Oh! Oh, I got the NBA weirdo enthusiast. Got it. That's what I was trying to do it for. Let's see. There's never been a better excuse to beat people up than doing it in the name of law and order. Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, that is something that I want to do. I do want to get a PC at some point. That would be a pretty golden opportunity.
Oh, come on. Var är hin?
My religious beliefs prohibit me from talking to you. The bullshit. I see what you're doing. Alright. We're gonna keep the baton out, actually. I know you get guns in the game after a point. He's at it again. Kenneth. I never liked you, Mason. Wait, you got that? He's calling you a pig. If he's a Muslim, that's probably what he's saying. You are a haram. I can't wait to talk to you. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is we gotta find Mario Nelson. I don't know who the hell it is. It's a cop because it's in blue. What we got here? Let's figure it out. The guy's still laying out there. Henry, Nicholas. I don't know where to find this Mario guy. All I know is I'd have to get a good processing unit. I'd have to get a good graphics card. I mean, also you need the tower itself. Get some decent storage. Back to your job. But my job is this Mario? Let's talk to him. Yes. You want something? Want to learn something. What do you want to know? So how much money do we have? It doesn't say. Alright, we do defense, nightstick proficiency, stealth. Those things don't matter. Active, we need to go to Eagle Eye. Trust. Negotiator. Money. Do I have the money? Let's do trust. Acquired skills have been unlocked. I mean, with 5 skill points. Odds being offered bigger bribes increased by 50%. We've been unlocked. What's this? Funny feeling. How much money do we have? We have $297. We have about... Oh, we have 5 skill points. Active. We could do Eagle Eye. Acquired skills have been unlocked. It still says I have 5 skill points. Oh, they have not been unlocked. Well, then I'm gonna buy this one. And then I'm gonna buy this one. Boink. And then I buy this one. La 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 bamba. Boink. Don't know if I want this one now. What's under passive? Stealth. Defense. Nightstick proficiency. Ooh, the good shit. Stamina. Ooh, kinky. Alright, so what do we got? This one's funny feeling. And then we're gonna do this one, LeBoink. Then we go here. Oh my gosh, the boink! Oh, we're broke. Well, it was worth a shot. This is Justin Wynn. Matt. Who is this? Miguel. I don't want to play video games with you. I go to every single place in this prison to find this guy. That's not it. Wait, maybe it is it? That's to death row. I don't think we have to go to death row for this quest. Alright, you are Scott. Briefing room. I'm hearing wind. Sam, it's not you. It's getting really warm in here all of a sudden. Canteen. Give me 1 second. It's getting really warm in here for some reason. Oh my god. I'm gonna take this. Yeah, so funny story. I was actually really lucky that someone nearby did not need a couple extra cans of Coke. Not saying I begged for it, but they could have asked me to beg and I probably would have. So, oh god, I just turned the lights on and it just blares out the whole screen. Let me just unplug the controller. I'll take you guys with me this time. It's another reason I like doing this on PS4 is I don't have to have the I don't have to be near the desktop for you guys to be able to hear me talk still. So, yeah, I got a can here. I got like these really bad headaches from lack of caffeine. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, my head aches. Yeah, my head's pounding. I know what it is. It's the lack of caffeine. So, I don't know if any of these guys are Matt. So, Mario. We're looking for Jason. Frank. Search room, no one in here. Okay, I'll go in there in a minute. Prison yard. I don't know where he'd be at. Guards room. Matt. Not you. It's not you. Alright, I'm running out of places to look. Maybe it's here. It's gotta be on death row, right? Maybe it's in here. Well, I found the execution chamber. If we continue through the story, they'll bring us to that point. I'm trying to continue the story, but where the fuck is Mario? Mario can't be an inmate. There's just no way. It's in blue. Okay, so Hold on. Let's go to quests. Free time, evening head count, side quests. One of the prisoners has been murdered. We have to find the guilty man before he removes the evidence. Talk to Martinez and the guards on monitoring duty. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Okay, he's on monitoring duty. He's gotta be... I should look it up is what I should do. He's not in the bathroom. He's not on death row. Let all the death row inmates out. He's an outlast level shit. There are no inmates on death row. We dealt with them a long time ago. Okay. We're looking for a guy on monitoring duty. It's Richard. The infirmary, maybe? Of course not. Ooh, first aid. I'll take that. There's no cookies for the cookie jar. It's good to know that I can go into these things and... This is the gun range. Alright, weapon cleaning. I don't care about any of this. I just want to shoot something. Remember that we're using this on that diddler later. So, like, in all retrospect, we're gonna, I guess we'll call this arc of my life the figure out where I align arc. Is Tibbs a Republican? Or is he a Democrat? We'll find out in this storyline arc, where I talk mad shit until about both that I find what I like the most. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a stupid storyline arc. Oh god, the autism. Say follow your heritage, your right where it counts and left where it counts. Alright, I'm gonna take over the world. You know, it's funny, that is what I should do. You know why? Because no one will ever see it coming. Alright, this is boring as fuck. Yeah, I want to exit this activity. I want to shoot things, not that. Tasks. I lost $250. Did I even have that much? Go back to cell block. I don't want to. I want to find out what this Mario guy is. That's Jack. Doesn't look anything like Jack. Been lied to. This is the laundry room, I guess. Oh, these are the showers. Oh, this is the showers! Someone dropped the soap! Economically left and socially right. That's you for sure. You think so? I mean, I'm not denying it. I just... never really... I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure myself out. This will be the shortest story arc, and oh my goodness, we have chips on the table here.
He's walking this group of prisoners back to their cells for lockup after dinner. Get hit by inside of the face, boiling.
Do they literally steal footage from a Netflix show? Put it on their game? Alright, I don't want to watch that. It's weird that it shut up. Oh, my head. My head is pounding right now. And I'm watching Edmund Fitzgerald documentaries today. 50-year-old anniversary day for you northerners out there. That name sounds very familiar. Okay, so this is how we gotta do this. Death row, infirmary, showers, guards, shooting range, TV, warden's office. For security, security is this way. It's gotta be in security. Ah, Mario! Mario! Mamma mia! There's English here for once. For security camera damage, I can't say who took his life. It was a murder. Oh, sorry, he got wasted. By a hunch of who might destroy the cameras. A prisoner. No, it was Ethan Collins, a guard. He's wearing a mask, but I can read his name on the badge right before he damaged the camera. Does the warden know about this? We were trying to call him, but he didn't answer. Why am I not surprised? So there's nothing I can do to help. Amazing. Okay, so we now have... Ooh. Search Brian Johnson and Brian Deckard's cells. The freighter? I don't remember. I've never really been too educated on the whole situation. But... oh, my head is pounding. I have no idea. You're talking to somebody who has no idea. It just sounds... the name is familiar. I don't know where the name sounds familiar from. I hear a lot of names on a daily basis. We're looking for Brian and Brian's cells. Evening head count. Alright, everyone get around your cells. Hello, diddler. Remember that the guns are coming. They're coming. Fucking screw... would you call me? Boy! Back to your cell! Because he's a... Look! Look at his crime when he stands up. Possession of child not okay films. Obviously, I'm gonna do that to him. Mason! God damn it, Mason! Got your back.
Come on.
The rest of it, I don't care. So, while they're doing that, I'm gonna slip away unnoticed and look in Brian Johnson's cell. Oh, you look like a guy who would have done it too. Excuse me? We had a deal. Bitch! Fuck you! Go! Before I get violent. Remember, we have a deal. Alright. Oh, the diddler wants some, huh? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Imagine owning people in prison, right? Ooh, red. First we're gonna do is we're gonna finger the sink. Oh yeah, she likes that. I guess we'll secure that. Finger the sink now, and then... Huh. Secure that. It's weird that things are red now. It's almost like... yeah, we'll secure that. We're securing it because one of these guys helped assist in a brutal, violent, heinous murder. Now we gotta check the other Brian.
I don't like him. I don't know why I don't like him. He just, his existence bothers me. There we go. Oh yeah, he's got something in there. You see that? He's got something in that mattress. But let's check the rest first. Mattress it is. Let's see. I feel like a little mini. Oh, there's the rest of the knife. Not sure how I knew it was in there to begin with. You're forbidden to leave your cell. What's this about? I found the shank that killed Joseph Harris in your cell. I didn't kill anyone. Really? Explain. Dealing, but it wasn't me. You get it? So you're trying to frame me. You stay here. I think maybe someone is. If I find who, then I'll K-word that. Oh, well, I mean, that doesn't help your case, though. So, now that everyone is... I swear to God, these people never learn. I'm not even going to ask. If you're not in front of your cell, shit gets real. In front of your cell! This is the Tibbs prison! In front of your cell! Now! Before things get heated in here. Oh, he was walking to his cell. To your cell. Set a boom, chicka boom. 1. Oh my God, the rapist is dead. Which is weird that he had that picture. Alright. Where's Robert? Where is he at? Did I knock him out? Whatever. 1, 2. I'll be back. I'm gonna secure that.
Det skärde fall, herren. Det skärde fall.
You're the gun guy that's had a cocoon on the banner.
It says talk to Kenneth Duncan. You were saying? Alright. Actually, you know, I should pick on him actually a little bit. Yo. You'll be punished for your unacceptable behavior. What? Yeah. No leaving the cell. You're a diddler. You'll get over it. Thank you. 10-4. Alright, where's this Kenneth guy? With a routine in progress. Is there a Kenneth in here? Oh! I'm a dork. So we gotta find Kenneth now. He's one of these officers. Matt. Alexander Hayes. Could have sworn I heard that name somewhere before. You are Daniel. Are you Kenneth? You're Flint. Flint Westwood, Clint Eastwood. I just got it. Can't go that way. Oh my God. Justin. Richard. Okay, hold on. How do we do this? Go to quests. Respond the situation to the warden. Is that the warden's name? You couldn't have just said the warden? Oh my god.
Oh, come on, E-train then.
I think it's news for me. I found the evidence implicates Brian Deckard.
Oh, can me
Will be enough to indict him? I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, leave him here. Leave them here. I'll hand over the police, write a report. I will be able to just do it with Brian. Sure, he's going to go after get another life sentence. We need to keep Matt away from the prison. Doctor is forbidden to leave his cell from now on. Hilariously enough. Already done. Great job. Can I ask, what about the guard from that night?
Oh, can me
Ooh, the one who destroyed the cameras. I've warned him to police. I haven't heard a word from him since that night. He will likely help him Brian now he's escaped. Now get back to work. So what you're saying is that that guard has escaped the prison, and we're in a prison full of inmates, and we need to, for some unknown reason, report them to the police. But aren't we the police? There's a lot of variables here that don't make sense. Yeah, let's just get started. Oh, how much did I get paid? $41? I mean, that's alright, I guess. Actually, it's fucking terrible. That's fucking terrible. You guys hear me? I like how there's intertwining storylines. I never gave this game a chance either. Just like The Sims 4, I never gave this game a chance, and it's actually a lot better than I thought it'd be. Loud and clear. That's what's up. You guys want to spam the chat? I'm down with you guys spamming the chat. Just gives the chat a little life. Alright, go to the shower room. Oh, guys, things are about to get kinky in here. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Talk to Keith Duncan. Hold on, guys. I go talk to the warden. News for you. The court decided that Brian Deckard deserves more severe punishment. How many years did they give him? Guys, we get to execute somebody, I think. They gave him the chair. Oh, I see. That's not all. The day of the execution is tomorrow, and you're the one who's going to carry out the sentence. I get to execute somebody? Oh my god! That's a big responsibility. Me? Yeah, I feel special. Sounds like he's speaking Nigerian. Oh yeah? When I'm not taking no for an answer. You don't have to say no, sir. I'm very honored to do this. I've been wanting to kill that man since the day he showed up. After all, he was hurting other prisoners. No, I'm kidding. Mr. Deckard was not that bad. I was hoping it'd be, what was the name? Hold on, I got paperwork here somewhere. I guess I tore the page out? I don't know. Glad you agree. Back to duties, don't think much about it. Remember, he's a murderer. Well, that he is. Doesn't deserve our sympathy. Well, when you say it like that, sir, it makes it look like you're hiding something. Wait, hold on. I have this funny feeling that there's something in the chat. Wait for the day of the execution of Brian Deckard. Alright. Where's the shower room? Alright, guys. Time to get naked. Hold on. Walk to the bin with clean towels and hand them to the prisoner. Without them, they will not go into the shower. Give the selected prisoner a clean towel. He will go to the nearest free cabin. If all cabins are busy, you need to wait with the towel distribution. Alright, guys. We're all gonna get naked. Who gets to shower first? I don't know any of you, actually. These are all... What does that dollar sign mean? Here. I didn't do nothing. Let's trade.
He's got candy. Alright, well the guard's not looking, so we can sell off all of our shit. So I'm gonna sell him the sodas. And let's sell all of them. I want to make some money today. Boom! I want to sell the Coca-Cola, because not like that I'm going to need... Actually, no. What do I have more of? Sell the chocolate bars. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. Sell this stuff, that's $12 each. Here's these chocolate bars, that's $4 each. I'm going to sell off all my food supply. You know why? Because I don't need health. I'm a titan. I am a titan. Sell these off, I guess. $6 each. Just making me of how much worse this could be if it were Fallout 4 mod. It's another country we are apparently at war with now. Which one, Nigeria? I hope not. We don't need more wars. We have enough of that going on. Why are we potentially at war with Nigeria? A country of white people at war with a country of black people. You realize that's a problem. Like, we're trying to make people think we're not. Hateful bigots. And here's Donald Trump over here. Let's go to war with Nigeria. I'm like, excuse me? Did you not hear what I just said, Mr. Trump? He's like, well, you know. My God damn it. We don't have his $1. I didn't realize he had a limit. Why are they green? Does that mean they don't mind me? Oh, we got the bee peel up in the showers. The shower's is a weird place. Routine. I already know this works. Wait, what did that say? That said something else. You get a towel? Huh? Nope, you don't get